What's going on, you guys? This is your boy RBG, aka the Random Black Gamer, bringing you another video on Transformers Rise of Unicron. It's been a while since I talked about this thing, and honestly I apologize for that. I was initially going to make a reaction to the Transformers Rise of Unicron Decepticons first look trailer, but things came up. Life has been lifing, and I have been very busy. So yeah, I just want to apologize there. Also guys, if you can do me the biggest favor and like this video. I know it's annoying getting this request at the very beginning of a video before you watch it in its entirety, but YouTube's algorithm encourages it. So if you rock with your boy and you know I'm going to bring you that awesome content, then smash that like button. And if by any chance you find yourself disliking this video and feel like I've wasted a few minutes of your time that you can't get back, feel free to retract that like and give it a dislike. Just rate the video. But yes, after a while we are finally getting a chance to see what the Decepticons have to offer, which we have gotten bits and pieces there, like these little sneak peeks from H&F Productions and Monolith Studios. But now we're going to get a full-on look at these guys in motion, just like we did for the Autobots. So let's see what they have to offer.
Defeated, humiliated,
Okay.
disrespected,
Barricade. Sounds like Megatron. Michelin Decepticon. Okay, you can see Unicron's horn.
We will tolerate it no longer.
Who's ever doing this Frank Welker impersonation is doing a stellar job. And I didn't expect this choice of music, but I'm not mad at it at all. This looks really good. Please show me them transform. Please. Who's that? Megatron? Okay, he's gonna come in for the epic landing, right? Okay, that's obviously gonna be B or Crosshair's rival. Ooh. Okay. Yes. Yes. Give it to me. And we have a motorcycle Decepticon.
They will be reminded to fear us.
Wow. No mercy, man. No mercy. And this, people, is what I'm talking about. It does not matter if it's being made by the officials, as long as this is being made by fans. That's all that really matters, because we actually have somebody who cares about both parties involved. Like I've said time and time again, if you are a Bay fan, you're gonna get exactly what you want from this. If you're a G1 fan, you're also gonna get what you want from this, because a lot of time, attention, and detail has been put into this. I didn't expect the tone of this trailer to be what it was. You know, I was expecting something a lot dark and sinister, but I will say it has style. I feel like the visual effects artists on this have made it a point to give it that very hyper realistic look. Even though everything for the most part is CGI, including the backgrounds, it still has that level of immersion that you would see in a Bay film from the camera angles. Sort of like how Michael Bay liked to do those beauty angles where the camera is panning in on the vehicles as they come into the screen, and you get a little bit of that lens flare. You see that with this, and I really dig it, man. It's almost like the officials made it, even though they didn't. I'm not necessarily familiar with all the characters because I didn't do my due diligence to figure out who's who, because back when we got the reveal for this thing and I actually had access to some of the character files, there were a lot of characters up in this, and I feel like some of them might be missing, but maybe they just got repurposed and I do not recognize them. No, I feel like there is somebody missing. Like, one of the characters that I know is confirmed for this project is Blackout, but I don't believe we saw any aerial bots other than Megatron himself, who, as I said, I thought he was going to have a dragon mode, but it looks like he's going to just continue to have that jet mode, which is cool. It's a harkening back to the Last Night as well as the first film, especially with the way he lands in this particular shot. Very reminiscent of when he broke out of the Hoover Dam in Sector 7. And you also get this shot of Barricade that's very reminiscent to when he rolled up on Megatron to inform him of something in Transformers The Last Night. This is a guy who has had his fair share of L's within the live action movies, But it looks like the Decepticons are tired of taking all these losses and they're coming back with a vengeance, because that's what Megatron elaborates on, right? He talks about how they are tired of being looked over, how they're tired of being treated like dust, and now they're back with a vengeance. Now, some of these other characters, like I said, I am not that familiar with them, or at least I don't remember them being mentioned before, like when we were still getting these early drafts of the roster, but it looks like there are a few exceptions that were kept over, such as this rusty truck. And if I'm not mistaken, this guy goes by the name of Brunt. He's going to be the big Decepticon powerhouse, as you see how he just knocks over one of his own colleagues. And based on an earlier draft of his design, it looks like he's going through an overhaul, like they've basically given him a facelift to fit more in line with the other Decepticons. Another powerhouse that we have on this team, and I'm not sure if this is the character per se, is Warp Bomb, which I believe is this construction truck transformer. And I just gotta say, this guy has to be one of my favorite designs out of the entire lineup that we've seen so far, because I love that he has the visor on. I also love these two arm cannons that he have and how they have blue energy coming from them, which is something that you don't really see that often with the Decepticons, especially up in the live action movies, because usually blue is associated with the Autobots, but for whatever reason this guy has blue coming from his. And it kind of makes me wonder if they're telling a visual story with this, like this guy managed to salvage some dead Autobot parts, but man, I'm digging it and I really want to see this guy in action. Another character that I believe I saw in the past would have to be this character right here, who's going to have the red and black Audi sports car alt mode. I really believe this could be Dead End, because we've actually gotten a sneak peek at this guy in the Autobots reveal trailer, but we didn't really just hear what he sounded like or what he's going to be doing, but now you kind of get a feel for what he's going to be like. I do remember them saying that they were going to borrow from different aspects of the Bayverse, which includes the movie tie-in material, so it looks like he could be an amalgamation of all the things we see with his toy, as well as his character design from the comics, which is very scary and vicious. As far as this other sports car type Decepticon is concerned, I'm not quite sure who that could be, but they look cool, especially the face part of him. I like how he has these weird looking teeth that make him look very menacing. And then we also have this motorcycle character who looks to be a female. I could be wrong, but it looks like they have a Decepticon female on their squad this time around, which is something that was very much lacking with the Bay films. We didn't really get that many female Decepticons, if at all. Like the only one that we got was Alice the Pretender, and apparently we were gonna get a character like that in the form of Widow from Transformers Age of Extinction, but it was dropped midway through production. I'm not saying that this is in fact a female Decepticon, but it would be dope to have that in this project. Something else I noticed about this character in one of their scenes is this sound effect. If you guys recognize it, you may remember it from the first 2007 Transformers movie, where the government recognizes it, or they record it and they play it back and it makes that weird scratchy noise.
Is this sound?
Yeah, these guys are going all in with the references, and they're making sure that this fits within the Bay canon, even though it's not necessarily official. And you know, Michael Bay is still going to be coming out with his own movie, but hey, it's nice to have something like an Elseworld story. But anyways, like I said guys, this may not be the full cast, like especially with the Decepticons, because I remember back in one of the drafts, they did say that characters that have once passed on would appear once again in the form of a flashback, but I'm not sure if those things still stand in this final product, so I'm not just going to go ahead and give you guys any false hopes. I just say, just take it with a pinch of salt, man. Like, this is just a very big love letter to the fans, and I think the wait will be worth it. But what are your thoughts on it? Do you feel like this thing really does have the potential to be a good fan film that stands toe-to-toe with some of the actual films? Let me know in the comment section below. As always, I ask that you like or dislike the video. It doesn't have to be a thumbs up, it can be a thumbs down. But if you really enjoyed the video, it would help me out tremendously if you shared it with all your friends and followers on all the different social media outlets. Sharing really makes a difference. But once again, this is your boy RBG, aka the Random Black Gamer, signing out on another video. I will catch you guys later. Peace out.